If you want Deepwoken's strongest Silentheart build, capable of shredding bosses like Duke and Premonition in under 30 seconds, while stacking 120% pen without Berserk, meaning that every hit is dealing true damage, and have 500 HP and 300 carry load, then this is the best possible Silentheart build for you, because it's designed to absolutely destroy bosses in the easiest way possible. Pure M1 damage. And it's even insane for PvP. Since you guys absolutely smashed the like goal in the progression, here is the not so long awaited showcase of Deepwoken's strongest Silentheart PvE build. Today we're going to be covering the stat order, major talents you should get, what weapons and enchants you should be using, and feats to show you what you can be expecting from such a strong build. Not getting Brick Wall allows us to get so much more damage, since the stuff I discussed in the intro with Duke and Premonition were all from the post-bleed nerf, meaning that the Dragon King builds are still on top. And of course, if you like these builds and want to see more of them, make sure you like and subscribe and join the Discord to get the build maker link. The more support I see on these videos, the more powerful and the more frequently I'll post new and even better PvE builds. Anyways, let's get into the build. Alright, so for the race on this build, you can run anything you want, but Vest variant is the best. For your Bell, you want to get crazy slots for max damage, Origin is always going to be Deep Bound for the fastest prog, and Armor is Ignition Deep Delver for the most defense. For your boons and flaws, the best you can take is Pack Mule and Steadfast for carry load and armor durability. Then you get Simple as your flaw, and you want to try to get Manic off Shrine of Order. Now you want to invest no stats in your starting screen and jump to 50 willpower immediately. You can just invest at a campfire in game. From there you go all the way to 50 fortitude. This will let you get a bunch of good willpower and insanity talents. Then you go to 45 intelligence to get overflowing dam. From here you go back and go to 80 willpower. This will just let you get Heretic Sutra. Additionally, if you plan to do PvP on this build, you jump to 85 willpower to get Shared Misery. Although if you plan to use it more for PvE, you don't need to do this. Now you just invest 1 point into agility, 1 point into strength, and 1 point into heavy. Now you can just chuck 2 points into anything you want to power up, and you're ready to Shrine of Order. So you want to Shrine and obviously try to get Manic as your additional floor. You can re-roll it later. Now you just go to 30 strength and 30 fortitude to get Lose Your Mind. Then you jump all the way to 100 strength and put the rest into your heavy weapon, which should leave you with 95. The amount of heavy weapon you have will be a little bit different if you decided to get Shed Misery pre-shrine. But yeah, these are the stats and this is the stat order. It's pretty simple. From here you just go 6 proficiency and 6 vitality. Max M1 damage, max health. Now let's go over the major talents for this build. It's a Silentheart, so you get a whole lot to work with. You get Condition Runner for free healing. Collapse Lung, this is a huge talent that'll proc on Vent. Essentially, it'll mean fighting Duke is way easier and people can't get you off them. Then you get Million Tongue Piercer. This gives you extra pen and uncaps your pen. It's very huge. Overflowing Dam, 15% more damage on full ether, which is going to happen a lot on a Silentheart, even with Auto Scream. Then you grab your Wyvern's Claw, Carnivore, and Rending Impact. Rending Impact is good for humanoids. Get Champion's Regalia. This will multiply your posture damage on Flourish. It's really good. Defiance reduces the negative status effect towards you. Very nice. Then grab these two for even more posture damage stuff. Get Spine Cutter for more DPS, as well as Concussion and Strong Stern if you want more carry load. Then to gain a ton of XP, you want to get Return to Dark Ages, To the Finish, Exoskeleton, and Fishman. Combined, these give you about 20 HP points, and they're crazy good defense talents. Now you can get All the Dead Gods if you're going to be doing PvP. Then you want to grab your Piercing Will and Lose Your Mind. Very good insanity talents. Thresher Claws, Warriors Respite, and Loot Skipper. These three are always good. Then get your Scuba Drowner and Blood Iron Spirit for more HP. Bulldozer to Guard Breaker on Flourish. And Speed Demon for a little bit more bleed damage. Even though bleed has been nerfed, it's still very good to have. Kickoff and Time to Go provide you with some well-needed mobility on a Silentheart. You always want Grand Feast. And Master Craftsman is a free +5 HP at 45 intelligence. A lot of people overlook this when they get overflowing dam. Now you get your Giant Slayer and the big one, Berserk. This essentially lets you make all of your M1s completely true, so you'll completely ignore armor at the cost of your armor being negated as well. Not really a huge issue on bosses. Underdog is free damage. Heavy Hitter is 25% more posture damage, which is huge. Then you can grab these three if you want just more carry load, as well as Ether Absorption and Ether Conduit for even more. Charge Return and Nullifying Clarity can give you some good damage when they proc. Uproar is nice for squibbos and Duke. Old Habits Die Hard and Breathing Exercises is 10 HP. Then Arm Conserver, less armor damage, full reset, more uses of your bell. Then Replenishing Knockout and Ready or Not. That's very good for doing stuff like Hell Modes, which this build can do. Auto Scream is huge, giving you 25% more damage and 50% posture damage. Then you get your Broken Ankles, essentially removing people's mobility options on guard break, which you'll be guard breaking a whole lot. If you're trying to max out your health, you get Pocket Bombs for 5 more HP, as well as Turtle Shell and Knight's Rally for more defense if you get attacked from behind. Unfazed is required to make Heretics work. Then you get your Warrior's Swing for reduced damage when you're using a critical, and Matador for more damage to stuff like Chaser. While you can certainly get more talents, we have 64 talents on this build, and that's including a bunch of PvP and carry load stuff. So this build is extremely easy to get. Right now I'm just going to add all quest talents, and let's briefly talk about Heretics. You just need to get stage 1 insanity at one point in your life, and then you can get this thing in layer 2. You do not want to miss this talent, as it provides you a lot of damage in pen. Coming over to your mantras, well, yeah, it's a Silentheart. Now for your weapons, let's discuss your options. Because you're using crazy slots, you can get the divine weapons. So with a maxed out DVM kit and all your rings on, a divine greatsword is dealing over 2,300 damage per M1 without auto scream. That's completely insane. But you can also get a divine axe if you want more DPS to stuff like Ethanol and Chaser. For your weapon outside of crazy slots, you can either use an Enforcer's Axe if you're consistently proccing time to go, or more realistically an Evan Spear just for some consistent damage. Additionally, if you want to max out your pen, you go a 3-star pen, Sovereign's Punishment with Seer, which gives you an absolutely insane 120%. This is completely overkill, but it's just funny to see pen go that high. Although ordinarily you'll be using a 3-star weight Sovereign's Punishment with Stone. This is essentially the highest amount of posture damage you can deal in the game. For your other enchants, you use stuff like Astral if you have it, Grim if you're fighting in a team, Bloodthirsty. It's a little bit worse than Astral, but it's still very good. Umbral Knight, while not as good as it used to be, is still incredibly strong. And if you want some healing, you can use Vampirism. You'll be healing a whole lot with this build since you deal absolutely insane M1 damage. And of course, for most bosses, you'll be wanting to use an Ishin's Ring, just for a little bit more damage. Right now, coming over to the summary, we are getting 125 HP from all the talents on this build. That is super good. And 80 carry load, which is crazy. So yeah, this build does stupid M1 damage, it's very tanky, it's easy to play, and it can even act as a bank slot. This is arguably the best Silentheart build in the game right now. Anyways, let's get into what this build can actually do, and how you should actually be playing it. So what can you expect from using a Silentheart build that does this much damage? Well, stacking Auto Scream and Berserk is your main bread and butter combo. This gives you true damage on every single M1, meaning it ignores all armor your opponents have. Plus, you gain an extra 25% damage when Auto Scream is active. So you'll absolutely shred the health of whoever's unfortunate enough to be hit by your attack. Not to mention, you're gaining posture bonuses of over 135%, just from Champion's Regalia, Heavy Hitter, Auto Scream, and Auto all being active, since they're very easy to proc. This basically means that you'll instantly guard break anything that tries to block 1 or even 2 of your attacks. Not to mention, on guard break, you proc a ton of talents. They can't event because of Collapse Lung. Your guard break additionally ignores armor, even if you didn't have Berserk active. Plus, they can't even use mobility mantras to escape. So this build is extremely M1 to win, since you can absolutely shred anything in your path. On screen right now, I've showed me basically one cycling dude. As you can see, he literally gets 1 attack off, and then I'm pretty much just M1ing him to kill him in 7 M1s, which is completely insane. So yeah, this build is incredibly easy to play to say the least. If you need a quick build that gets you top tier boss kills and has additional stuff like being super tanky and having high carry load, then this Silentheart build is the perfect build for you. It's incredibly fun to play and you'll see amazing results. So make sure you join the Discord server if you want the actual link. My Discord server is in the description as always. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe and check out some more PVE content. And I'll see you all next time.